All right, and we're live. Back for another Thursday night jam with RCJesus and SASquatch. I'm Nick, aka RCJesus. The other man on your screen is SASquatch, Scale Audio Solutions, Chris. And we are here. Hopefully, it's not too echoey on the microphone. I still don't really have much in this room, but some boxes and parts and things. It's been a long week for me, so I'm going to enjoy it and unwind a little bit and have a good night. And it's been a little while since we had one of those more rowdy Thursday night jams, and I need it, so that's what's happening. I'm going to that rack right there, hooks all those bins. That's all Gear Jammer RC inventory. When I was moving them in the car, half of them fell over. And when I was pulling them out, I was pissed and just threw shit back in random bins. So all those labels that are on them to know what went where didn't move. Now don't matter. So I got to reorganize it all. So I'll probably mess with that a little bit tonight, but we won't get too boring with that. And I got a carload of semi trucks and trailers and all kinds of crap of RC stuff I had to bring because that's all gonna go in here in my bedroom 1 and 2. I haven't figured it out yet. So I gotta unload all that, but I was busy. Dylan, fuck off. And didn't have time to get unloaded. I didn't get home till 8:45. So I had to crank this out and get ready. Chris was like, I was wondering if we were going. I'm like, I just got home 4 minutes ago. So we're getting ready. So Chris will entertain you guys a little bit at the beginning here. You'll see me walking stuff in and out. The car's right in front, so it's quick and easy. We don't have anyone in here yet anyways, doesn't look like.
We got one.
Oh, we got 3. Okay. Although it says 0 views, so I don't know if anyone's in here, if it's just being glitchy. But actually, it's a long day.
RC Junkies here.
Before I start on that, I will explain what happened to me while I have a smoke. Friday, Corn Messers came back. Ryan and Rochelle are the RC Addict owners and a Bauhaus and Helios and a bunch of other stuff. What's up, Dave? How's it going, RC Junkie? And they got back Friday, and we had a good old time. But Friday afternoon, I was taking a shower, and I noticed when I got done with the shower, I had about that much standing water in the bottom of it. And the toilet wasn't quite flushing right. And I thought, well, plumbing sat for a bit. You know, I've been using it a lot, doing laundry, dishes, all kinds of crap. We'll just plunge it and be good. And it seemed okay. Well, Saturday, I was acting even more funky. By Saturday afternoon, I realized, well, I'm fucked. I got some sewer issues or plumbing issues somewhere that a plunger and some Drano isn't going to fix. So Sunday afternoon, I got a hold of Dylan, leave the lizard alone. Lizard followed me in with the computer stuff earlier. I realized I'm screwed. I need to get a hold of my plumber. I've used them before for years. Old school, master certified, top shelf, badass guy. Dylan, leave the poor lizard alone. And he answered, you know, and I explained what was going on. He's like, yeah, I can be there Monday. Not sure when, but I'll get there as soon as I can. So he came out Monday, opened the, you know, the check, the clean out outside, checked to the the septic side, it was clear. So he's like, well, if it's not drained here and it's clear there, that means something's up in your septic. So then the drain field here is higher because the water table is high, right? So they put them higher, and you have a lift pump and what's called a dosing tank in your septic. Man, do I know a fucking lot about plumbing and septic after this week. And the lift pump apparently wasn't working, or it was the float. But there's multiple different ways you can hook these things up. Mine was hooked up in a way where you can't tell. You just know one or the other or both are bad. You can't say which. So he says, well, I can't do anything today. It started to rain. But he's like, I'll come back with my septic guys that I've been using forever. You know, family run business, good people. You can trust them. They won't rip you off. They do a good job, blah, blah, blah. I was like, if you say they're good, I know they're good because you are. So they come back Tuesday. As they're digging by hand, I didn't watch the guy trench in my fiber line that I had put in for cable and internet. I told him, put it back because the septic's here. So if I ever need to get to the septic, this was before I had any issues. I was just thinking long term. We want it clear. Well, the fucking dumbass, since I didn't watch him, literally ran it right over the septic. So what's he do is he's shoveling down to get to the septic right through that line. And then they realize it's 3.5, almost 4 feet deep instead of 10 inches or a foot like it should be for easy access. So he's like, oh, I can't dig this shit out with a hand shovel. It'd take 3 of us 4 hours. And I'm like, yeah. So they leave Tuesday. After they left Tuesday, a tree limb came down across my driveway on the fence, blocking the whole goddamn driveway. And I hadn't bought a chainsaw yet because I didn't need one in town. I'm like, fuck, let's just keep this snowball rolling, And then they're telling me, well, we don't think we can make it back till probably Friday or Monday. I'm like, sweet, I'm gonna go like a week and a half without toilet, sink, dishwasher, laundry, shower, anything. Wonderful. Well, they're badasses and they worked hard and got here, cleared some shit out and kind of pushed me ahead of some people and got here Wednesday. And they got the shit done Wednesday. Hallelujah. Spectrum was able to come out Tuesday afternoon after they left and run a new fiber line. The guy came this morning to trench the new fiber line in. So I've had a week, like literally a shitty week. But I had neighbors stop by yesterday morning with the chainsaw and be like, hey, you need some help? And I'm like, fuck yeah, because the chainsaw combo I wanted, of course, wasn't in stock. I had to order it. It's not here until tomorrow or today. It showed up today. So my neighbors met 2 more, super dope, super cool. Helped me chainsaw that shit right up. We threw it into the pasture on one side. I'll use it as firewood in the fireplace or in the fire ring eventually. And just madness of hurry up and wait and getting shit done. But now, aside from, God forbid, knock on wood, something happens to the drain field, septic and plumbing wise, I should be good for like 10, 15 years, May have to get it pumped in 3 to 5 years, but they said, honestly, if it's you and your daughter, you might not see me for 15 years before you need to get a pump with just 2 people in there. I was like, kick ass. So that's the week I've had. So this is the night it is. Now everything is square, back to normal. It's really nice to be able to piss and shit in the toilet and flush it. I was having to go outside to pee, try and time taking a crap when I was at the shop or the other house doing stuff. It was a glorious week. Florida man don't need no water. I had water. I wasn't worried about the water. I needed a shitter and a shower, man. But it's done. It's taken care of. Trees cut up. Internet and cable works clearly. Toilet works. They're going to put risers in it that come up a few feet so that in the future it's only 10, 12 inches down, so it's easy to get to. They didn't have those with them because I got lucky Wednesday. They went to another job that was like 15 minutes away and ended up there was complications with it and couldn't do it. And that's why they Wednesday morning, they're like, you're in luck, we can make it. And I was like, fuck yeah, you guys are awesome. They're like, but we're gonna have to leave kind of a hole in your yard until we can get the risers probably on Monday. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if it's 3 weeks from now. Just get the toilets and the shower and the sinks working again. Because I was thinking, because all my clothes, all my bathroom stuff, all that kind of stuff's all moved here. I was like, well, I guess I packed Cadence's shit up and my shit up for 4 or 5 days worth and go back to the old house, which is half empty and in disarray. It would have sucked to stay there. This house is still somewhat empty, but at least organized and clean and nice. The old house is dust bunnies from under the furniture we've moved and just shit strewn about everywhere from moving and packing. It's a mess. There you go, Dave. Hopefully it didn't ruin too much. What up, Tommy? So yeah, I don't know. What do you got going on this week? How's your week been, Chris? Better than mine?
Just last week before we go on holiday for Christmas break, so it's kind of crazy at school. But
is this when you guys do end of semester testing and all that stuff?
No, it's elementary. We don't do any of that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah. No, we couldn't do any testing this week. The kids wouldn't do shit.
It's just a week watching Christmas movies and shit in class.
They're just so they're just so wound up. You got ones that are excited for break and ones that are not excited for break, and so emotions are high and anxiety. They're just wound to the fucking moon. You can't really teach them anything right now because they're just not focused on school at all. So yeah, no, that's all my week's been is just work, taking care of the students, and then get through this week, and I get 2 weeks off. So
yeah.
Yep.
We're fortunately going to be able to do Christmas year and have a somewhat normal Christmas, thankfully. Tree's not decorated. You have to do that tomorrow or Saturday after I get the kiddo, but decorate the tree for 2 weeks and then take it down. Woo-hoo, wonderful. In all reality, it'll probably be up till February.
Well, you got the property now. You can take it outside and burn that fucker.
No, that's a fake one.
Oh, yeah, fakey. Okay.
Yeah. I've had it for 10 years probably. It's a crappy fake one too, because I bought it back in the day when shit was a lot tighter. I probably should re-up to a little better one that looks a little better, but I don't give a shit. The kid doesn't give a shit, so why spend the money? I'll save the $100, $200 or whatever it is.
Right.
It would be nice to get one of those ones that's pre-lit though. I
Yeah.
actually hate doing the lights. I don't mind doing the ornaments. I hate doing the lights.
Yeah, we have a pre-lit fake tree. It's so nice.
Yeah, that makes it much simpler. It's up and you're like, oh, we're done. We just need some garland, something on the top, and some ornaments. All right.
Yep.
And now they got them all fancy where you can get them back out of the box and they'll like go back to where they're supposed to. You don't have to sit there for an hour and a half tweaking them to make them look right.
Yep.
That's the worst part too, but I make the kid do that now. I'm like, there you go, fix the tree. And then I go through for 15 minutes and fix it the rest of the way. But yeah, so hopefully I see Dave had a little bit of trouble last week, but hopefully he's had a good week this week along with Tommy. What else we got? Yes, I have the same Charlie Brown tree, Dave. I've had that for, geez, 20 years now, probably. I don't know if they still make them, but it was awesome when they did. It's all bent over with the little blanket and the one red ball. It's great. The box is perfect too. The little triangle box it slides back into.
I got a friend of mine. She has an old wooden ladder she sets up every year. That's her tree, and decorates it.
Ladder for what?
An old wooden ladder. That's what she uses for her Christmas tree.
Really?
Every year she sets up an old wooden ladder and they decorate it. That's their thing.
That's cool.
It's pretty cool. Yeah. Oh.
I guess I will start unloading shit in and we can go through some of my 114th shit and
Yeah.
in the meantime, you're on, Chris.
Nothing to do.
Folks.
Dance, monkey, dance.
Or your strings. All right, Dylan, you stay.
That would have been great if you were on top of me in the video. Oh shit! Anybody get cool RC stuff for Christmas, or wanting RC stuff for Christmas? Or suspect there might be RC stuff for Christmas under their tree? How many guys we got in here right now? I don't think I have anything RC under my tree. My wife doesn't know what to buy me, or neither of my kids. They're not into it with me. So a mini LMT. Ooh, I would take a mini LMT. I love those things, especially when they're so expensive. Those things are rad. All right, now what I want right now is a Charisma makes an 8 scale Audi S1 or S2 rally car. That's the one I'm eyeballing right now. Yeah, I don't have the LMTs. I got the SMTs. Axial. I have two of the Axial SMTs, and I've actually driven either one of them. One was a kit I built, and it's all decked out, and the other one's a grave digger, all stock. Haven't touched it. I've driven either one of them. Yeah, I also want to get my hands on that associated 8 scale Ken Block roller. I'd love to get my hands on that too. Yeah, I have the small Charisma one, the 24 scale one, and I want to get the 8 scale one. I'm a huge Audi fan, especially Audi S2s. Quattro rallies are badass. So I get my hand on any one I can find. I usually buy them. The car that got Audi kicked out of rally. Group B.
Oh,
Not like that stuff's heavy or anything, Nick.
that was not too bad.
Anybody else? Anybody else wanting to get something for Christmas or get something for Christmas for a kiddo or something? RC stuff under the tree, guys. What's out there? Come on. Nothing else? Of course, RC Junkie gets his mini LMT. The next time we see you guys will be after Christmas, so I'll have to show off all of our Christmas goodies we got.
Wait, you guys get stuff for Christmas?
Oh, we're hoping. That's what we're trying to talk about, you know. Yeah, the Christmas stuff's cool. I like the Christmas stuff. Four-wheel drive brushless and it's cheaper than the Kyosho Mini Z stuff. I like the Mini Z stuff, but I think the Christmas stuff's a little better for the deal. Ooh, Tommy, Red Cat Valkyrie MT. Is that the big one, Tommy? I have not. I think I've seen that one before. I'm gonna go look now. Oh, it's the 10 scale. Oh yeah, that one looks pretty cool. I have seen that one. Yeah, that's a cool rig. 10 scale brushless four-wheel drive, so it's like competes like a Stampede four-wheel drive then. Okay, that's cool. That's not bad either. Ooh, I like the blue one. Are you getting the red one or the blue one? Which one you want, the red one or the blue one? I like the blue one. I like the buggy style, truggy style. Oh, you like the truck style. Okay. I like the truggy style. I like the lower profile. The red truck looks cool though. Kind of the scale body, the old square body. That's cool. I dig the blue one though. Just my style. I'm an old race guy, so. Oh, the blue one's cool. Actually, gotta dig that. It's rad. I'm gonna lean on it. Like they, huh.
The big boy trailer.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice, Tommy. That's always a good deal. She's already $300 already anyway, so that's pretty cool. We probably got a good deal on that then for four-wheel drive brushless. That's killer. Yeah, I always want stuff that's too expensive. So even, well, I guess 24 scale stuff I can squeeze under the tree, but there's nothing I want right now, I don't think. Not 24 scale at least. I've got too many projects as it is. 190 shipped. That's killer. Was that from Tower or Horizon? Or not Tower Horizon, excuse me. I guess Tower does do Red Cat. Was that Red Cat directly? Curious now.
Dylan, you gotta move, bro. Thank you. All right. What am I missing?
Not a move, bro.
Entertain us, Dave says. Yes.
I'm trying to talk about shit. Oh. I'm dancing, boss. I'm dancing. Oh. Red Cat do that west. Nick needs construction movement. You need construction movement to move your construction equipment.
That's what the mining truck is for, but it's not here yet.
Oh.
Okay, so we got. Oh, that's probably. I think that's half the trailers, or actually, no, that's 3/4 of the trailers and half the trucks. I think we'll go over them in a minute.
They're in the gear jam room. That makes sense.
Yep. Well, this is gonna be the everything room. Like, thankfully, it's a vaulted ceiling in here, so it's like 8 foot on that side, but like 10, 11 feet on that side, so I can get shit pretty high. Because
You can get really high. What?
I like to get high. Speaking of which,
No.
now
No,
welcome to the
not
doctor.
you.
I need to watch that movie again.
Oh
I
man.
was talking to my dad about Hunter S. Thompson, because he's a massive, massive reader. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if he's read 10,000 books in his life. And he'd never read any Hunter S. Thompson. I can't remember what we were talking about, Fear and Loathing or something. I'm like, oh, you got to check it out. So he ordered Fear and Loathing, and what was the other one? I think the Hell's Angels. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas and Fear and Loathing Hell's Angels or whatever. It might have been on the campaign trail for Nixon. I can't remember. So I'm curious to see what he thinks when he reads them.
Question for you, Nick.
What?
What is a good price, or what would be a good price on a 10T with white plastics? It's like an early 10T.
What's the bottom of the chassis look like?
A few scratches. It's been driven, but not horrible.
Okay. What condition is it in? Pretty clean and shit, or pretty filthy and beat up?
It looks pretty clean. Vintage electronics.
Or those don't much. Does it have a box and manuals and stuff?
No, just a car truck.
Okay, that bumps the price up a lot if you had that. If it's used and in good shape, especially with the re-releases coming out, I'd say 200, 250 maybe.
Okay, really?
White plastics. What color shocks?
It's got the like titanium colored shocks, the
The
brownish.
hard anno, the like almost fish almost instead of the gold.
Yeah, hard anno is not gold.
So that's the team kit. That's the better version too.
It's got
fiber
CVD
tiny brace and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 200, 250.
Okay, I'll keep
you probably fair.
I will continue to bid on it then.
What's it at right now?
Plus shipping, it's at $48.
Yeah, continue bidding. I'd say if it hits 200, you could probably stop if you really want it. Quit at 250.
Yeah,
It's sight unseen, just by your description.
right.
Have a body?
Yeah, it's got a Proline body, but it's got a body.
Well, the bodies that came on those factory back in the day were paper thin.
Yeah.
So to find them with the original body is tough because they cracked up so quick and easy if you were beating on them.
Yeah, it'd be a great just vintage, basher fun race rig. Clean it up a little, vintage race it.
Yeah, it's no fun as a basher, but it would be fun for the vintage race.
Yeah, I mean not bash it, but run it.
Yeah. I actually, I'm not going to go too far into it, but I talked to my buddy Eric Reichert that's been on here before I went to Vonats, I think last year. That runs Vonats. And there's, after 18 years of Vonats or whatever, other people are finally starting to do them. There's a big coming up in Indiana in February or March, I think.
I guess Australia's got a huge vintage scene, I guess.
They do. James Knight from Knight Customs is big into it over there, and they get like a few hundred entries at some of the ones he goes to. But I talked to Eric last Saturday when I was having a good old time. And I'm like, hey, I'm going to build some tracks. And one I'm going to build is 10 scale, but it's going to be vintage style. Like I'm not bringing in a bunch of clay and glue and blue grooving it. Like it's going to be dirt.
Yeah.
And loamy and, a whole different style of driving from normal Vonats because we race on modern tracks. I'm like, how about like a kind of like invite only Vonats in like February or March, probably February in Orlando in like 2026. He's like, oh, that could be a lot of fun. I'm like, yeah, we just pick like, because Vonats gets maybe 40, 50 guys, but there's like 20 or 30 that are diehards and 10 or 20 that might make a trip for 5 hours, 12 hours, 18 hours, whatever, like I do. And so I'm like, yeah, we could probably cap it at 20 and find the right 20 people that I know or you guys know that can vouch for and have them come down. And I can rent a porta potty for the weekend. And, a few of you that I'm real tight with can crash here. Everyone else, there's hotels minutes away. And I'm like, plus it's an excuse if they got families, they can bring the wife and kids down. And wife and kids can be playing at Disney and going to the outlets and doing all that shit while you're playing with toy trucks.
Yeah.
That's an easy sell. So 2026, a little over what, a year and a quarter from now or so, there will probably be a Vonat South here.
That'll be fun. Might have to come to
That's
that.
cool. Yeah, you can crash here. You don't have to get a hotel.
Hopefully I'll have the 10T from you by then, and I have the clear 10. So I'd have at least two things to play with, if not more.
Yeah, and on a loamy dirt track, you're much less prone to break one of the clears. A lot softer than the glued shit.
Well, I've got one that's, I got one still in the box. The other one's going to be
Mm.
for running. So
Yep.
I won't be shy to race it.
Did you see that they released some more of them?
Yeah.
I got another one coming as a parts car.
After I paid scalper prices for my
Right.
fuckers.
Dave says I'd go to Florida for that. Do you have any old school like
Oh.
well, you can be like pre 90, like 96 and earlier, Dave, buggies or stadium trucks? Tommy, I'll just show him my camper. I like that.
What's the
If you're gonna come, you gotta fucking race. You can't just come hang out. You gotta race, put it down. Because we
what was
take
the first
it
four-wheel
very,
drive?
very seriously, clearly.
What was the first four-wheel drive buggy that Associate put out? The B
B44.
Which one?
B44.
It was a B44. Okay,
Way too new.
that's too new though. So what would you run vintage four-wheel drive buggy? Yokomo's or something?
Yokomo. I think you could get away with a BJ4. I think that's old enough. I think that's 90, 95. But someone with an old Yokomo or BJ4 probably isn't going to run it unless it's already used. I got a Kyosha Optima.
Optima.
Optima four-wheel drive. I ran not last year, but the year before when I was there. Fucking hated it. I'm probably going to sell it. That thing drove like shit.
I love
it drove awesome on the USTE, like vintage style four-wheel drive course, but when I took it up to Vonats, then it was just out of the kit specs, right? I didn't tune anything. It was just built to kit specs.
Yeah.
I fucking wanted a nosedive like mad on jumps, and it just drove like shit on the modern track. Maybe it'll do better, but now I've got the Yokomo YZ10 re-releases. I have one of the originals, but it's unrun. I'm not going to beat it up.
Yeah.
Take it from $1,000 car to $100 car in a couple hours. But that's why I got the re-releases.
Maybe I'll pick up one of those as a re-release. That'd be a good
build and display.
Yeah.
What's up, Georgia Rock Zombies, Mr. Corey?
Oh, 26 is part of a
and that would be a fun part is if I do like a Bonat South here, I know I'd get guys like Dave and Tommy.
Oh, I do have a lunchbox. I got a lunchbox too.
Oh, dude, fucking wheelie class is the tits. That is the most fun class to race. I love racing the buggies and the stadium trucks, but wheelie class is just, you look up at the driver's stand, everybody's just got a giant shit-eating grin. Like it's competitive, people are trying to win, but you look at the rest and everyone's focused, right? And some of us are up there fucking with each other, joking around, but a lot of guys are focused. Wheelie class, everyone's just like trying, but fucking around, talking shit, laughing. Time. What's up, Chad? Yeah. No excuse for being late, Chad. How dare you?
I just have to put a bunch of my rigs in a box and ship them to you.
Yeah, that would work.
That's
you can fly with them easily too. I fly with them to Vonats.
I fly with a couple of them, but not all. I would want to bring like a few.
Yeah, I run 4 classes of Vonats. I fly with them all.
Really?
Yep, 1 or 2 in the carry-on, and then a couple in the check bag with tools and extra parts and clothes and shit, and you're good.
Yeah, I guess that's You do a big
Depends
check.
on what airline you fly to, though. Like, I get a free check bag when I fly. I get 2. But if you got to pay 50, 75 bucks, that's still going to be cheaper in shipping it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, Dave, you got shifted to work. You're good. What do you think, Corey, Mr. Zombie? You got any old
Avante
that you would race?
Avante would be fun. To me, Avantes are badass.
Yep, there's guys that race those.
That'd be a good one. I do have one of the old. I do have a Tamiya 4-wheel.
Race the Super Champ. You could race the wild one, I believe, would work in wheelie class because that's the Jeep, right? That wheelies.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that should be good for wheelie class. And then wheelie class, they have to be box stock. So you gotta have silver can motor, plastic bushings, stock wheels and tires,
Oh, you
stock
can't even
bar.
have bearings? No bearings, huh?
No, none of us ever hide bearings in our stuff ever. It's clearly just plastic bushings throughout. That's why some are not faster than others.
All full disclosure, mine's got bearings in it. So.
Uh, but traditionally at Vonats, we don't like tech them in, it's just
Yeah.
not a word. But I doubt Eric's watching are gonna see this. Like my lunchbox and the axle, it's all bearings. But on the outside of the axle, where if you pull a wheel off, it's plastic bushings.
Just like we talked about putting the 3S in the 2S case.
Hmm. Yeah, I may have snuck a 3S in wheelie class before and had people going, "Why is that lunchbox so fast?" I don't know, man. I'm just one hell of a builder, a little oil in
Why,
the right spot, little filing
why is the
here.
motor smoking? It's just geared high.
Hmm. Oh, good times, but it's a lot of fun.
Mr. Rob, hello.
What up, Rob? Mr. TT4C? What else am I missing?
Must have a
Oh, there was
mullet.
on the lunchbox chassis. There you go. Oh, is the wild one a buggy?
I thought the wild one was the Jeep.
I thought it was. No, that's the
Yeah.
Wild Willies. That's
Oh,
right.
Wild Willies.
Or the
That's right.
Wild Willis, depending who you're talking to.
What is the wild one? Oh, it's that buggy buggy. It's like a buggy, like a actual scale, like Doom buggy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
Chad's
that.
asking, Nick, any 3D printing yet? Yeah. It's 3D printing itself as an end table right now in the box. That's how much 3D printing is going on. There will not be any 3D printing happening here until probably February. I've got way too much going on this year. And after New Year, I've got cabin fever happening and a bunch of other shit. Fred's coming down at the end of January to help take the stalls out of the barn and start building the 114th construction area out there. So maybe by like the beginning of February, I'll be printing. We'll see.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think I remember kicking your ass, Dave. USC was fun, man. I won every single year but one, I think. I got knocked out and came in like second or third on the last lap. That was actually at the last UST. I think Dana beat me. Oh man, he was tripping balls. I beat Nick. I beat Nick. Oh my God. Because I'd won for like 6, 7 years straight or whatever it was that we've been doing. I remember Jason Rona from J Concepts was at the last UST and he was watching. He's like, damn, dude, you were putting in work, showing him what's up. I'm like, well, to be fair, I've raced in the past, not a lot, but I've raced some, and I still go to Vonats every year, every other year. Most of these guys have never raced a day in their life, so it's just fucking shooting ducks in a barrel. Feng shui.
Yeah, I might have to pick up an Avante. I always thought that was a cool chassis.
They are, but they're junk.
Well, it's a Tamiya. I mean, but
Well, I mean, that's one of the ones I think it was the Avante that everyone think was going to be like super good, but actually drives like shit. I can't remember, dude. Tamiya makes like 2,000 RC models over the lifetime of Tamiya. Can't keep them all straight. The guys that collect Tamiya diehard, like I do Associated, I'm like, holy fuck, dude. How do you even afford it? Like that's so
the Avante. I don't know.
That's the weird looking one, right?
It's kind of funky, but the black edition's cool. It's got carbon plates, and the black edition's pretty rad.
That's not vintage.
It looks heavier as fuck. A lot
Probably
of
not. It's all
overbuilt,
plastic.
well, a lot of overbuilt metal links on it and shit too. Like,
Oh, really? Okay.
yeah,
I only know so much on my Tamiya stuff.
yeah, like it's like the front, like this is our sway bar links, and then like the toe links and stuff are like big overbuilt. metal adjustable links. But it's got like a trailing arm suspension, kind of like the old Frog.
JRX.
Well, it's just got that one trailing arm that comes back the way it works. Like the I think it was the Frog that had that, or the Grasshopper.
Oh, like a lunchbox. The whole gearbox and everything is
No,
on.
no, 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 no. It's independent. It's independent. It just has the one, the single rod that comes back, connects to the caster block.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
kind of like an old JRX too.
Yeah, yes, JRX2. Just a single where the JRX2 had two. This one has one.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the trailing arm suspensions work better on rough, loamy tracks than regular A-arms.
Yeah.
That gives you an advantage. Except
Yeah,
for
it's pretty cool. It's got a big skid plate carb, the bottom's got a big polycarbonate skid plate. It's a cool looking rig.
this fucking guy. I wonder if I can get the camera to see this. He just decided to post up. He's like, "You're not moving. Screw you, Dad. You're gonna have to move in a minute when I'm done with the smoke so I can display some toys." He just lays his head down like, "Good luck, buddy."
He's like, yeah, about that.
I'm in my favorite place on Daddy's lap.
Oh, see, yeah, Yokomo, Repop Yokomo is the same price as the Avante. I'd rather have the Yokomo at that point.
Yeah, that's 10, 100 times the car of the Avante.
Yeah. Oh,
But there's a lot to be said for driving those cheap ass Tamiya models because just the way they drive is fucking hilarious.
just for fun, shits and giggles,
Yeah.
man.
So if you don't care about winning at all, you probably have more fun just because they're stupid and it's enjoyable. And kind of like wheelie class.
Or you go out and win and beat everybody, and they're like, what the fuck happened?
It happens. That's when your car gets pulled aside for tech. There's no way this could have won. We have to inspect it. Oh, you got fuel in your frame rails there, huh, Smokey? All right. Oh, winning is overrated. It is, dude. It's all about having fun. Like
Oh
when
yeah.
I go to Bonats, I try. Like I do my best, but I'm not like freaking out. Like, oh my god, ah. It's like if I get to the A main, I'm like, woo,
Oh,
kick ass! I'm in the A main.
got Kyosho has a mid '87 world spec 60th anniversary limited edition.
Has a
That's
what?
cool. Optima.
Yep. They
That's rad.
re-released a bunch of stuff. And
That's a
re-releases are legit
bad,
as long as they're re-released to the same specs as the original.
that's badass. Optima re-release. That's hot. I like that. That might be
You
the
can
one.
probably just buy mine.
Oh, you're selling yours?
Well, I don't really want it or need it.
That's
And I have
hot.
enough cars. Getting rid of one would be a blessing.
That's a
Uh,
good looking buggy.
yeah, they did Worlds in Detroit. I can't remember where Wyoming, Michigan is. Um, but the Worlds in '91, I think, was in Detroit. That track is gone now. It's paved over in like a Walmart or something. But
Huh. Just snooping.
Squatch is gonna get a hold. I'm gonna get a hold of you in January to get a couple kits ordered. What does lead time look like?
January. I don't know. I'm gonna have um I'm hoping to have my current builds done by January. We will see. Probably not. I'm pretty backed up right now. Um I'll just
You
get a hold of
have 2 weeks off.
I do, so I'm hoping to get caught up. But I also want to fucking relax a little.
No,
Just
whoever wants.
just a little. No, I had one big order of 5 speakers from a guy. So that's a big one. 5 systems from one guy plus a few others to do. So yeah, I don't know, Chad. We'll see how it goes. Just let me know. Were you talking about kits to build your own or for me to build you one, Chad?
Oh, East Grand Rapids. Okay. 3 to 4 weeks, he's saying. Now we gotta wait for the lag for his answer to your question just now.
Yeah.
In the meantime, first thing I'll show y'all is a custom lowboy. It's only got one wheel and tire on it right now. But my buddy Doug made this for me. He built one for himself for USTE several years ago. And it's super dope because it's legit. Like, see the pole handle and all the
Oh
mechanisms
yeah,
there?
that's badass.
So you pull it,
Yeah,
voila.
that's cool.
You pull it, and then I haven't used it in a minute, so it's probably gonna be sticky. But then, bam. The issue I ran into is when he built this one, where the beams stick out. Once I load it up hard, here, tires.
Oh yeah,
So I need to do either some suspension tweaking, or I got some lowrider tires that I'm gonna throw
yeah.
on. Hopefully they'll clear.
So Chad, just to answer Chad real quick.
It's all steel and legit wood,
Yeah.
badass. It's probably 20 pounds at least.
So Chad,
So
Chad, I kit on stuff like that, Chad. I'm like 2 or 3 days, and I do 3 day shipping. So I have it all in stock right now. So you just tell me what you want when you want it, and I'll get it out to you in a day or two, and then it's like 2 to 3 day shipping. So that's no big deal, Chad. No big deal. Sorry to interrupt you.
you're good, man. This is a shit show night. We have nothing going on. It's just what we're supposed to be on, so let's figure some shit out. I think I've shown this one before on here.
Oh yeah, yeah,
The one I custom built.
yeah,
This is Red Rider,
yeah,
and it's all-wheel drive
yeah. That
with
thing's
the
wicked.
BCM scale drive line, and then I put a transfer case on. Doing this front end, it's hard to show you, but it's all scale. But it was a bitch. Everyone told me it was impossible. Like, you can't do it. You can't do it on too many wheels. You can't do this, blah, blah. I'm like, fuck you. So I did it. And this thing is awesome. Like, these
That thing's so rad.
stock without front drive, you get them in the dirt with a load and it's just spin the tires.
Yeah.
These wheels are prototypes I managed to get a hold of. Old Bud wheels, or Dayton's, excuse me. So that's fun. That one's gonna come with me to Cabin Fever next month. That'll be the only truck I bring. And that radials don't need to be here. This trailer's cool. I haven't used the one Doug built me once yet, but I will eventually once I get some time and a place to use it. This I've only used a couple times, but this thing's badass because the rear wheel steer.
Articulated, yeah.
It's all fake airbags and servos. It's all lit up. It's all legit. Yeah. Right now the front's off, but the front has, there's a bunch of shit in the front, a screw drive and motors and everything.
Oh,
just sit in the pitch to drop it and out road rides.
That's rad.
So it pressure fits in. It just slides in like so. And then just the pressure and the weight holds it. And it's been pretty cool to use. It's got a little spot up here that flips open.
Yeah.
That's where the battery and all that, the power it goes, little 2S goes in there. Over here, you got a voltmeter right there. Your big controls and all that stuff. And what controls the rear steer is this. There's potentially.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
And so it slides in with the pin, and then as it V's out on the fifth wheel, that goes in, and whenever you turn, this turns. Man, it's cool.
That's brilliant.
I probably won't bring this one to Cabin Fever just because I only have so much room. And Cabin Fever for me is more about playing with the construction equipment than the trucks. You kind of got two segments. You got guys that go balls out with the semi trucks and trailers, and that's all they're using or mostly what they're using. And then you guys that have guys that are balls out with the construction equipment, and that's all they're using or mostly what they're using. I'm in the latter camp.
Nick, Rob's asking about those low profile semi tires. He says his are
Open
rotten.
ones.
He said he doesn't say, but he said his dry rot and crack real quick. He's curious if you'd had that problem with them.
I have not had any problems with any of the RC four-wheel drive tires dry rotting or cracking on me. They've all been pretty good. One issue, like with this one, what'll fuck me is they'll want to roll off the wheel. See how easy they pop?
Yeah.
So once I get the printer going, I'm gonna start making custom inserts 3D printed like they do for crawlers, except probably a hell of a lot firmer. They keep it fat, right? So it can't squish in and roll.
Yeah.
Tight, and it'll hold a load without squishing out.
Yeah.
But again, that'll be February or March, probably at the earliest I can get to that. This dump trailer, I guess I'll get some of the shit out of it. This was my carry-all of garbage, random little stuff. For the trip back here tonight. But this is the if you're in the 114th, you know this name. If you're not, you probably don't. This is a see it? Probably not. RCP.
Yeah.
That's the red sticker. An RCP dump trailer. And that's Reg Clark products out of Canada. This stuff is all hand built. So 100% custom made, hand built. Aside from wheels and tires. And it's on a screw drive. And you can see my battery velcroed under there with an RC four-wheel drive winch controller. That's what makes it go up and down.
Yeah.
And it's all legit. Again, I don't know if I can show you. But the way yeah, you can see the hook there. If you're familiar with dump trailers, you don't hit anything. It's designed like the real ones, where once it tilts so far, this hook pops up and lets the gate open. And then when it drops down so far, it slams shut and they hook back down over it. And this thing is stout. Like, this fell off the roof of my car at USTE. I set it up there, went to drive from one area to another while packing up, and I hear doom. I look out and there's the RCP trail on the ground. I'm like, fuck! I picked it up. I'm like, Reg products, man. You can never go wrong with RCP products. If you get into 114 stuff, anything you buy from Reg is top shelf. As this is. And I mean, he's got the proper mud flaps, everything on the back. It's sick. Oh, in fact, these stacks might be Reg's. I can't remember. Oh, else. I think I've shown you guys these. My buddy Greg built these. The road signs and everything. You throw a little battery in there and you can program it to say whatever you want. It looks all legit. All the dollies go up and down. It's a little WPL axle and wheels and tires on it. And it's got even the right little trailer hitch. Latch and everything.
That's awesome.
And here is the light plant. That flips down like a legit one. And then flips up and pinches in. Lift that, your battery goes in there to run the lights. And they are all tweakable on where they're pointing. Bright as shit. This one though doesn't have like the ball style hitch. It's got like a draw pin style. I guess the swing wings and that's the easiest to get to. This trailer, this thing has some mileage on it. This has been used a lot because I've had it like 9 years. In fact, I was the first one in the US to get one. This is the dolly, aka Jeep, depending what you want to call it for it. And I'm missing spare tires right now. They're in different places, but they're here. And you got these holders that slide on. This tank actually has a slot in it and you can move it. And will it open right now? I think I got to unscrew it. It's been so long I can't remember how it opens, but I'm planning to eventually one day fill this with hydraulic components. So that if you look, where's on this? If you look right there, see that hex head in there? You turn that, and the axles spread in and out widthwise. And the trailer portion does the same thing. It's like super heavy haul style, right? Here's the trailer portion. It's somewhat extended right now, a little bit. That's why it's got the gaps. It gets real wide. It probably gets, I can't show you both sides, but if both sides are together, probably that wide. And I want a hydraulic, the width mechanism and the ramps.
Oh yeah.
But this thing probably won't show up on camera, but it's all scratched and beat to fuck and used. It's heavy. It will haul some shit.
It's just been used. It's showing it's naturally
Look
weathered.
at all the axles. Got the tilt on each
Oh
side.
yeah.
Like,
That's rad.
it's badass.
That is
Oh,
big.
and it's heavy. And then we'll go to the cement mixer. This is all custom built. I did not do this one. I bought it off a buddy. But it's a Brooder cement truck kit put on here.
Okay. Yeah.
On the Tamiya stuff. It's all slammed, as you can see. I'm probably gonna raise it so I can actually drive the fucker if it's not on perfect stuff. But it's real clean and nice. Bunch of cool parts on it. It's missing the stacks right now and a few things. But all done clean. I wanted a cement truck forever. And I knew he had it. And I told him, I'm like, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. He's like, I don't want to sell it. I'm like, sold. That's like what I owe you. Because he always gives me a fair price on stuff. So, but this came in with no electronics, no nothing. And I haven't had time to do anything. I brought it to UST twice, thinking maybe I'll have time one night, to put a receiver and all that stuff in it and get it going. And then we get back to the tiny houses and the party was on and that was off. And the last one I've got here tonight, I guess, is this one's gonna piss everybody off. The story of this one. This is Redheaded Stepchild. Because I don't give a shit about it. It's the beater truck. I did put some money into it. I got stacks from Reg, RCP, and put on. I got this bumper from Reg. I got the visor from Reg and the bug shield. But when I bought it, it didn't have that, and it didn't have the nice metal fifth wheel on it either. It was just stock Tamiya, but it has the MFC, everything moved. We sold him the kit, moved, all the parts, all that stuff. And his wife, like 2 years later, was like, I want you to get rid of some of your stuff. So he came in with like that, the van trailer for it, the Tamiya one, a Beast 2, and a Galande 2. D110. I wanted to sell them. And I gave him prices. He's like, okay. Well, this was back still when I did consignment. And it had been sitting for 6 months at the shop. And he calls and he's like, yeah, wife wants to know if that stuff's sold yet, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, not yet. He's like, well, should I lower the prices? And consignment was, 50% I got.
Oh, gee. Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, let's drop the prices. So I ended up getting the van trailer and the truck with the MFC, everything ready to go minus a radio for $300.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Ouch.
He's like, let's drop it to 6 because I think I told him to put it at 9.
Oh.
I'm like, that's still kind of cheap, but it's not huge in this area. So if you want to sell it quick and it still doesn't sell, he's like, let's drop it to 6. Fuck it. And so I waited like 2 days. And I'm like, yep, it's sold. I didn't tell him to who. And then
Right, yeah.
It was $300 and then they were mine. And then I sold the trailer to my buddy Jeremy Griffith, Big Squid Juice Box, for $100. I hooked him up with a deal, $150 for the trailer. So You know, sometimes shit works out. Sometimes there's joys to owning a hobby shop. Or like when a perfect vintage associated new in the box or built the unrun with the box and everything comes in there. Hey, can I get $100 for this? Yep, sold. We'll take it. No problem. Like, that's a $900 car? Yeah, I'll give you $100 for it. I'm sure some people are gonna be like, you should be more honest and tell them what it's really worth. I'm like, that's what they asked for. They didn't ask my opinion. They're like, hey, $100? Yep, done.
It's worth what you say it's worth.
Yep. Let me catch up here. Unless your box is superb, then I'll get the whole kit. Superb. What's that remind me of? Oh, a movie no one's ever seen.
Oh,
I gotta hit this flower.
where did
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with the lowriders, Rob. Dylan, could you please get the fuck back? Thank you. I put a set on in March. They already,
Ow.
the new spares are cracked in the package. You may have just bought a bad batch then. Because they could have potentially mixed the rubber wrong and shit when they made them, and you might have got a bad batch. You could potentially talk to RC four-wheel drive, and if you're nice, they might just give you new ones. If you're a dick, they'll probably say fuck you. But if they're like, hey, I got these back then, they're already dry rotten garbage, they'll probably be like, how many do you have? 6 pairs? All right, there's 8 coming, you know. They're pretty good about that, as long as they're cool, you know. Same way in my shop. If you come in fucking ripping and roaring, being an asshole, talking shit, freaking out, fuck you. I ain't doing shit. If you come in like,
Yep.
hey man, like, I'm having this problem, what's going on? Can you help me out? You know, well, yeah, let me look it over. Oh yeah,
Yep.
this is fucked up. You know what? Here you go for your trouble. We'll swap this out and do this, and you're taking care of it ahead of the game now, my man.
Yeah, if you come in cool and don't
Catch more
bitch.
flies with honey than vinegar, you know?
Yep. It's exactly the same way I was. If you come in bitching and whining, and if you have a valid reason, I'll take care of you. But if you come in cool and it's just like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out of my way for you, you know?
Well, if someone's a little frustrated, like, oh man, what the fuck? This sucks, you know, but what
Right.
can we do? I get it. Like, you're not being
Yeah.
a dick, you're just frustrated, understandably.
And if they have a
You come
valid
in,
reason.
what the fuck, man? Blah, blah, this is fucking garbage. You guys fucked me with all. I'm like, yeah, you really want to get fucked? I'm not doing shit now. Get the fuck out and never come
Don't
back.
come in with your slash with the front of it broke off and say you didn't do anything.
Yeah. That
You know?
reminds me of broken rods and nitro engines so much.
God. I don't know. I just drove it and it broke in half. That's not how it
Yeah.
fucking works.
Or I swear I broke it in the way you told me to for an hour. You gave me
Right.
every single thing. And I'm like, well, it's the day after you bought it. Like, how did you have time to break it in that fast? Well, I'm like, it takes like 6, 8 hours to do it right. Yeah, I did it though. And then as soon as I start running, and meanwhile, I had the engine out already as I'm talking to him. And like, when I pull this pull star and backplate off, I'm not going to see the rod split in two, right? No, no, no. And then I'd be like, because you know what that means? It wasn't broke in, it was too tight, and you blew the rod. And I'd open it up and I'd be like, so, $130 for a new engine then? Shit ain't warrantyable, man. It's on you.
Yep.
There's Chad requoting me. Yeah, don't ever deal with my shop, Rob. The owner is a fucking prick. He's either like the coolest, most chill guy you've ever met, if you're that way, or if you come in flipping, he is the biggest asshole you'll ever.
Bring a couple pre-rolls in. He'll be your best friend.
Well, as long as it's not ditchweed. You bring me some ditchweed, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Now I'm angry.
You won't know until later when you smoke it, though. So it's all
Fuck, all I gotta do is go butterscotch. Who remembers that movie?
good.
Ah, kids.
Oh,
It does
oh.
take no effort to be civil. I did that today, like, for instance, I always pay my credit card off every month, right? Fuck paying interest. You're just burning money. So I pay it off every month. Well, last month I fucked up and I had it all paid off at like $600. and I forgot what day it was, and I paid that $600 the day after it was due.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I get my $100 interest charge or $80 or whatever it was. I'm like, that's fair. I fucked up. Well, this month my statement just ran through today. Actually, I called them, and I have $100-something interest charge on it. I'm like, bullshit. I paid it off. There should be zero interest. So I called them up. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, well, if you don't pay it off, it actually takes 2 months to pay off the accrued interest. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that's bullshit. Like, I studied finance. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
I was nicer than that, but I'm like, this is bullshit. You're trying to fuck me. I'm like, well, that's not really how this works. And if you look in like 7 years, I've only not paid it off in full every month twice. And that's because I fucked up and was a day or two late. And that's on me. I get it. You know, I'll pay the 50, $100, whatever, for being late. But this time, it's all paid off. And he's like, well, yeah, that's true. I see on your record you've been with us and you're really good paying, blah, blah, blah. He's like, let me talk to someone real quick. Puts me on hold for 2 minutes. Yeah, we wiped that interest charge for you. I'm like, thanks, dude. All because I was nice, you know, and explaining. And he looked at my record and like, yeah, I'm sure if I called, like, what the fuck is with this interest charge, motherfuckers? Fuck Amex.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. And I'm like, sorry.
Yeah.
Pay it.
Yep. Yep.
They're cheap enough to just buy more, Rob says. Yeah, but why buy more when you can get more for free? Even if it's $5, if I can get it for free instead of paying $5, I'm getting it for free.
Well, if they're cheaper, you have a higher chance of them sending you some for free. So.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's everything. And you know, now that I have shit spread out fucking everywhere around me, it's kind of funny looking at it because everything is just in a circle around me now. I don't really feel like dicking with parts tonight. For the week, I've got almost a month till cabin fever. I can wait. I'll do it this weekend or next week or something.
Well, you started drinking and smoking, so yeah, that did it.
It will, because that's like, it's hundreds. Actually, if I include parts to make parts, it's like thousands of pieces to go through, and I just don't want to do that right now. It's a lot of counting.
You need to get a nice, comfy rolly chair in there, set it all up, and then just go around and
Yeah, give me like another month.
yeah, set it up before you do that. Don't sit on your knees and fucking do it. That shit sucks.
Well, you know, I sit Indian style, keep myself limber for the ladies.
Oh man.
Oh, so what the shit? It's already 10 o'clock. That hour went fast. I guess if everyone's we can quit. I don't really give a shit either way. You got nothing to report, right?
No, and I got shit to do.
And you still haven't cleaned off your damn layout to show us, have you? Mm-hmm. Gotta do it right with the balls. Remember, let's go way back in time. Remember this one? Taking it back to like the 80s and 90s.
Wait.
Dylan, you're killing me, bro. But yeah, on this, what I think I can do on this brooder, actually, something to think about that I've been thinking about. Seriously, fuck off, move, go.
Dylan.
Go on. I know you want to hang out. I love you, buddy, but now is not the time. If you look at this brooder, it actually spins. And it's got like gear teeth and stuff on it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I think, especially now that I'm gonna be a printer, I can make parts and put a little motor hidden down up in here
Mm-hmm.
and have it just slowly spin.
You know a guy.
That would be done in like 4 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I bet you it's mod 1, just like the other brooder shit I fucked with.
Chad, Some people practice Tai Bo. I practice Tai Shoe. That's why I wear skate shoes with fat laces and tie them just tight enough that they're slip on.
I don't even wear fucking laces. I just got Skechers shoes I wear. I slip them first.
That's true, Mr. Skechers. Ow! Damn, low lights. Stupid being tall.
Oh, I would have paid money if that was a fan.
Uh, yep. Dylan.
And lapdog.
All right, lay down. There you go. He says, life is tough. Yeah, life is tough, huh? You have such a tough life. You do such a tough life. Such a tough life for you. I had to give him a bath the other day too, just to add to my shit. The day they were doing the septic stuff yesterday, he decided to get rowdy and get all up in the pond. I'm like, God damn it. He's filthy, because then he went running around when I shoot him out of there, all through the fucking dirt. Was just a mud boy. Like, you can't go in the house like this. I'm like, fuck it, I'm out here right now. Let's go get the hose and some fucking shampoo, and you're getting clean. Oh, he was pissed. Hates getting back.
Yes, fans hurt Tommy. I'm 6'2". I've had my share of fan hits on my head. You ever got whacked by a ceiling fan, Nick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right to the temple, usually.
Oh, ouch. Ouch.
There's in the old house, the fan in my daughter's room, it's on a flat, like 8-foot ceiling, and it is right over my head. And there's been more than one time where for some reason I went to stand up taller and do something or whatever. Whack! Whack! Motherfucker!
Yep.
In my old bedroom where I'd stand on the bed to change the light bulb.
Yep, right there. Yep.
Because of course I'm not going to turn the fan off.
Oh, why not?
And I'm standing there like, yep, I'm good. And you go to move to look at why is it cross-threading or something.
Yeah.
Wham! Fuck! Blows you right off the bed on the tile floor. Like, fuck my elbow. I'm too old for this shit.
Oh, God.
I really on the tile.
I can relate. Send you the Doberman.
Hell yeah, Chad. That's awesome. Thank you. Because you know I'm going to have to make like 80 of them to put in all the scale rigs and shit. I'm going to have to get some 1/14 ones too. Make them ride shotgun in the semi. That way, fuck. You leave that bitch idling at the truck stop, you put that Doberman in shotgun, no one's fucking with your rig. Oh. My parents once were like, you leave your car running when you go like grocery shopping for like a half an hour in the parking lot in Orlando? I'm like, yeah. How has it not been stolen? I'm like, number one, it's a manual. So like 90% of people in this country can steal it. Number two, there's a big ass Doberman that's gonna bark at you in the fucking front seat waiting for me to get back. No one's fucking with it. And they're like, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. I'm like, it's worked so far.
He's drinking some kind of margarita, limerita thing.
Hey. Bitch beers are
margarita.
You don't worry about my cheerleader beers.
His strawberryta.
Real beer is gross, and I didn't feel like buying a fifth tonight.
Yeah, I don't drink real beer. I only drink hard shit.
I had a real good time with a half gallon of Crown last Friday and Saturday, so I'm good on the bottles for a bit. Oh, Will, nice.
Yep. Yeah, you scale size it. You make it as big or as small as you want.
Now, do I just punch in the scale, or do I just?
You do percentages.
Yeah.
So if you know what you're starting with, you know what you're starting with, you just scale it percentage wise to what you want.
Oh, Dylan, this makes my knees and ankles hurt. Tile is not soft.
But you're soft, Dad.
Yeah. He's like, this one I'm laying on you, not the tile. The joys of being a parent. be it four-legged or bipedal.
Yeah. Do you have cadence for Christmas?
Yeah, I always have her on Christmas, but what we do is split the day.
Oh, cool.
He stays at Katrina and Mike's, our mom and stepdad's in the
Mhm.
morning.
Yeah.
They all get up with their half sister Brooklyn and stuff and do Christmas. And then my parents drive down from the villages, and their house is on the way to mine. So they'll pick her up at like noon, get here at like 1. We'll hang out till like 6, 7 o'clock, do Christmas
Cool.
dinner and stuff. And then on the way home, they drop her back off.
Oh, that's awesome. That works.
Yep. And then the week after of the 2 weeks, I get her the whole week.
That's cool.
Usually, she gets her the first week. We split Christmas, and then we go to Michigan so she can play
Okay.
one shit. But that's out of the question this year. That's why we went up in November.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
you went up
told
to
her
Thanksgiving.
because I promised her November. We really shouldn't have gone up for Thanksgiving, like buying the house and work and everything. I had time to do it, but I'm like, I promised you this shit, so I'm gonna hold my word.
And you had the most epic RC plane night flight ever, right? So.
Oh my God, that was fun. A stupid fucking gust of wind though. And I remember walking out there, I'm like, this plane is fucked. And I just spent 3 or 4 hours replacing the fuselage. That's an easy job. God damn. First time use. That sucked, dude. Having to fish my hand through the fucking thing that were on the wires through these cavities. It was stupid. What a waste of time. And then I walked over and it just had a couple little dings on the wing surface. And the props were fucked up. Everything was fine. It fell from like 30 feet at least. I was like, sweet. I have spare props. I'm good. But it was fun. It was wild. It was wild because like I shouldn't have been flying, right? I was FUI. And I'd had a couple drinks, smoked a couple doobies. It was like 1 in the morning, and I'm like, this just sounds like a horribly great idea. And it was a riot. I might fly easily now.
You're like, I got this shit down now.
You know, ooh, a cherry bourbon at Thanksgiving. Nice.
Oh.
What was
Whew.
it? I've never seen a cherry bourbon.
Oh, fuck.
In fact, I don't think I've ever seen a flavored bourbon, period. Was it like moonshine bourbon made from cherries? Because technically bourbon has to be what? Made from the Bourbon County on the one river. And corn, I think. Ugly dog, huh?
Huh.
All right. I'm surprised Dylan didn't look up at me. You calling me ugly, man? No, you're a handsome boy. Yes, you're a handsome boy. The neighbors were cool. Fucking when God, who was it that was here? The roofers were here because in the last hurricane, I had like 8 feet of a single foot width of tile blow off on the peak. So they came like 2 weeks ago when I had the movers here, moving my bedroom stuff and this thing and all that stuff. And the movers were about to leave, and I'm walking. They couldn't back all the way in because the tree limb that now no longer exists was blocking them. So they had to walk it back and forth. And I'm walking back out to the truck with them as they're done unloading and leaving, giving them their tip and shit. They were good guys, did a good job. And nice mid-20 young folks with strapping backs, ready to move shit. And the fucking roofers were here. And they're out in the van at the end of the driveway on the road. Like, what's going on? And I'm walking out and they see Dylan just come fucking running at like 35 miles an hour. Just playing around, having fun. And this one guy that was standing outside of the van, the driver had gotten out and was kind of looking up the driveway, seeing what was happening. And the other guy was sitting in a shotgun. Dude that was the driver sitting out, you just see him. Holy shit. They were fucking scared to death, dude. They got up into the driveway. I closed the gate after the movers left. they're getting out. I'm like, I'm gonna let him run free. Like all he's gonna do is sniff you and shit because I let you in. Like you're safe. Don't worry. He walked up to each one and smelled their butts. And both times they were like in the middle of doing shit and they just froze for like 10 seconds till he left. And then he moved to the driver that was scared. And the driver was like getting out and just stopped. Just let him sniff his nuts and shit. Like, is my dick about to be gone? And then he just ran away and started playing. I'm like, I told you. I let you in. You're good. Because one thing about Dylan is, I was talking to some friends about that. They're like, ah, he won't do shit. I'm like, he's kind of gangster about his property. Like, if I let you in, you're fine. But if you're out there at the end of the fucking driveway or something, he's gonna come up barking at you, ready to fucking go. Like, he's trained for that. I've worked on it for years.
Oh.
All right. Well, I don't think we got much else to do. I mean, we managed to bullshit our way through an hour and 16 minutes. Pretty good we are at this.
Yeah, I think we're getting too good at it.
We don't have shit to talk about. We'll figure it out.
Are we gonna do Thursday after Christmas or not?
I'd say, what do you think? I'd say 50-50.
Yeah, I don't know.
I won't have the kiddo because she'll go back to her mom's Christmas night and I'll get her Saturday for the week. So I'm free and clear.
I shouldn't be doing anything. So yeah.
And that will give me another week to move shit and do things. So maybe I'll have some more stuff here or whatever to go through and deal with.
Well, and I might fiddle fart around with some shit here, so I might have some stuff I tinkered with and fucked with too that I could talk about. So
there you go. It's been about time. Fucking like
I do so much. I've been making so I'll show you something I have been working on. It's not RC related at all. But
this is supposed to be an RC show.
My son's in the Pokemon.
Okay, I can tell.
So I made this for him. So this opens up. This is all leather, red leather.
Oh, really? It's not painted. Yeah.
And these are magnetic, and they pull the drawers out. These are his drawers for storing his cards.
Okay.
So this is what I've been working on. But yeah, they come off.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you can move them from drawer to drawer.
And they're 3D printed with like the logos of the different types of Pokemon.
Yep. That's awesome, dude. Good work.
This
That's
big drawer on the bottom pops out. So yeah, they all slide out, push in.
So what's the big drawer and the side cupboard for?
This is nothing. It's just been etched. It's laser etched with a couple of his favorite Pokemon.
Okay. It looks like it has hinges. So I thought it might have flipped.
No, it's just solid. So what it is that covers up this hole.
Yeah.
And that's to put his game mat in. So he takes a game mat with him when he plays. So that'll go in there. And then he's got all of his different decks will go in here. Random shit here. So
that's badass, dude.
What gonna get a handle. I've got handles for it. Let me see. So I got a handle for it. It's gonna get a handle.
Yep.
And then on the back, so you can see I laser cut all the wood, so you can see what it looks like there. So I designed it and all interlocks and glued together.
So badass.
And then this back piece will have it'll kind of have a flap that comes out so you can put his binder in it.
Okay.
Binder. So I haven't done that part yet either.
Kind of like the back of a car seat.
Yeah, exactly. So you can just slip his binder in there.
Yep. Sick.
So that's what I've been working on. Yep. So,
well done.
That's what's been keeping me busy. And then so this is what it looks like before it's covered up in fabric. So,
what, you're building another one?
Yeah, so this was the first one, but the drawers were too shallow for his cards. So I'm finishing this one for my wife.
It's just like a knick-knack box.
She loves knick-knack boxes, so yeah, she's gonna be thrilled. That's what I was gluing when I was talking to you. I was gluing the doors for it.
Yeah. Okay, yes, on Fun Saturday.
Yeah, so that's what I've been. That is pretty much mostly what I've been working on. So
nice.
And my new printer, printing shit on my new printer for Christmas presents.
Right.
So yeah, that's when I'm out here. That's pretty much all I've been doing is that shit right now. And once Christmas is over, I have just lots of speaker orders to fulfill. So
That's a good problem to have.
yeah, it's great. I've been selling a lot of parts, just systems like the pre-builds, the people that
Yeah.
build systems, DIY systems. I've been selling a lot of those. That's been great. That's just put in a box. So
Yeah. Done.
that's been great. Those are great. I like those.
Tommy, what do you mean by how much was left of the old house? Like
Probably
in
your
general
old house.
house stuff or just RC stuff?
Probably in general, is what I imagine.
In general, my bedroom and bathroom is finally fully cleaned out. I've got
Nice.
like some funny hats and stuff on a top shelf in my closet, like an old sombrero and cat in the hat and some baseball hats and other bullshit I gotta bring. And then I've got a shadow box from my grandpa that has his cowboy hat and pictures of my grandpa and grandma to bring. But that's all nice and fragile, so you gotta be careful. And other than that, my bedroom's fully cleaned out. I've got some stuff from the kitchen, maybe 25%, enough to live here. Um, the couch, the rocking chair, an end table, and the lamp from the living room, and the TV. Maybe half of Cadence's toys are here, so half are there. Her bedroom is still pretty much all there. The hobby room there slash her playroom hasn't been touched. That's probably
Well,
2 weeks just on its own.
you're
So
supposed to be
that's
out of
part
there
of
by the
what helped
first.
me with all this shit I've had going on with the internet getting cut and the septic and all this shit. Is it's, well, we're gonna be there. And it's like, okay. And then they get here 2 hours later, and then it's a few hours, and then they come back for something, or someone else is saying they're coming. So for like 5, 6 days, I wasn't able to make any
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 a day trip carloads back and forth because I'm literally moving one Forester load at a time, right? I fill the back of it, he rides shotgun, and we come back and unload it. So I'm now about a week behind, 5 days behind where I should be because of the
Don't
bullshit.
you have a little trailer, don't you?
I do, but
Yeah.
the Forester has like a 2,500 pound load rating or tow
Go
rating.
rent a go rent a $20 U-Haul truck.
Yeah, they don't actually cost that much. See, they say rent this for the day for 20
I
bucks.
know.
And then when you go to rent it, they're like, yeah, $180.
Yeah.
And of course, the Bronco is still giving me shit with fucking fuel pressure.
Yeah.
So I can't use that. But I think I figured out what it might be.
Yeah.
I put a fuel pressure sending unit in it on the back of the sniper where the fuel line attaches to a gauge.
Yeah.
So I know. I'm like, I wonder if the orifice in that sending unit is too small. Because I'm like, there's got to be something I'm not fucking considering. All the fuel line is the right size. Everything is good. I fucking double grounded and powered the fuel pump just so it has all the voltage it could ever need.
Yeah, but the orifice, it shouldn't go through the orifice before the engine. It just picks up pressure off the orifice, right?
But if the orifice pre-sniper is too small, it needs 3/8. So if it's 5/16 or something through the orifice,
Uh-huh.
it's gonna neck it down just the same.
Oh, it's an inline sensor, not a T sensor?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, like it's kind of like a T, like it goes through inline and then it tees off for the sending unit.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to take that off and get the calipers out and measure orifices. But I think I might finally be on the right trail. Because at this point, that's all I can think it could be.
Just take
If
it out of the
not, then
system.
I'm just gonna be like, Howie, give me a new fucking fuel pump to put in my sending
Just
unit.
take it out of the system and see what happens.
So yeah, originally, Tommy, I was hoping by like New Year, virtually everything would be here. You know, maybe a few odds and ends that don't matter left at the old house.
Yeah.
But with this hold up,
Right.
it's probably going to be first, second week of January before I'm done.
Yeah.
Moving.
Yeah, because you got this week's shot for holiday stuff, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
My original plan was to have been moving shit the last 5 days to the point where I could call the moving company again and have them move my hobby bench, the big shit out of the garage, like my toolbox and benches and storage racks, and what's left, And well, that went out the window.
Right, right.
Life happens, so we'll see. Yeah, true. Could be causing it afterward. Well, but the sending unit, I mean, yeah, it could cause afterwards, but it's literally AN fittings on each side of it, and it is directly on the sniper. Like the fuel line goes, sending unit, and then sniper.
Are you reading low though on your gauge?
Yeah, as soon as I hit throttle.
So it's sucking it
Like
dry.
if it's idling, it's at 58.5 or so where it should be.
So
But
it'd have to
as soon
be.
as I hit throttle at all, it drops to like 20 or 30 and starts to spit and sputter and run lean. And I don't want to fucking blow the engine up. It's got 1,000 miles on it.
All right. Huh.
And detonation kills things really fast. So
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it leans bad. Leans
not
bad.
a diesel.
Just take it out of the system. Can you unhook it?
I can. And that's probably what I'll end up trying.
Yeah, it'd be like a couple minutes to do that. Oh no, you gotta drop your tank. Oh.
No, it's right at the sniper, top of the engine.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just do that.
Literally like the sniper throttle body has the.
Oh, it's on the throttle body side.
Yeah. And it's on the input to the throttle body, right at the throttle body.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, that makes sense that would be it then. Yeah, because it's right there. So as soon as you hit the throttle, it's not draining the line. It's literally there. It's done.
Like I can't remember if it's brass or aluminum, but either way, if it is too small and I look at it and inspect it with some magnifying shit to look at it, if the sending unit isn't too close, I might just be able to drill it out if it's too small.
Right.
So we'll see, but that's post New Year stuff when I have time.
Yeah. Well, you can always, like you say, you can always get a T fitting too and get just a T style sending unit, and that'll fix it.
Yeah, but then I have to spend $180 on an autometer gauge again, Although if I call autometer and I'm like, I'm having this problem, they can probably be like, well, you can use this gauge with this style, and maybe then it'll be $25 fix.
Yeah. But at least that's an easy, quick check to see if there's a problem. Just take it out, go straight in, and you'll tell me quick if it's running different or not.
I've gone through fucking everything like 3 times, except for that. I never thought about that until I was laying in bed. Like 3 nights ago, I thought about it laying in bed. I'm like, fuck, I wonder if the sending unit.
Does it have a variable speed fuel pump, or is it a constant speed fuel pump?
Constant.
Okay, so it's not anything like it's getting a bad sense and it's not okay.
No.
So it's on. Yeah.
The fuel pump just has power and it's on.
And it's not a return the tank system, is it? Is it a
it is system? It's return.
Why don't you put your fuel pressure on your return side?
Because that's a lie.
I guess.
That's not accurate fuel pressure. I'm getting return pressure.
That's true. I guess if the system should be able to keep up, though, you shouldn't have a drop in pressure on the low return side.
Well, true, but I was.
It's not a fuel rail. You don't have a fuel rail.
The return side may only be 20, 30 pounds.
Well, yeah, I forgot you're running a sniper, not fuel rails, like a traditional EFI. Because your traditional EFI with fuel rails, you shouldn't see a drop. It should just be constant pressure.
Oh, yeah, just deadheads.
Yeah. But, Yeah.
I haven't actually gotten voltage at the pump at wide open throttle because I do 99.9% of this by myself. So trying to be under the truck with a voltmeter at the pump while it's at wide open throttle is pretty much impossible because it's always just me.
Tommy's had 2 snipers where the internal fuel regulator went bad.
Oh, really? I see that.
Oh. You're running non-ethanol in that, right?
No, runs pump gas.
Did it sit for a while with ethanol in it?
No, that's not the issue. It's been giving me issue with fresh gas, 3-month-old gas, anything. Same shit.
Well, I'm just saying if the EFI sat there with some ethanol in the EFI system, it could have fucked up some seals.
Hmm. It's built for or it's built for
Oh,
ethanol.
it is. It's built for ethanol. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any O-rings that should be bad or anything like that. So we'll
Well,
see.
Chad, it's hard to get his fuel pump too because your fuel pump's tucked up on top of the tank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a bitch to get to. Well,
Well,
you could
it's
grab the
on my
leads
bag because I
before.
got the 3-inch body lift,
Yeah.
so I can get under the truck and get to it.
Well, you could put test leads on the relay side too, up in the cab. And it's
Relays,
still, oh, it's in the back.
relays in the engine compartment,
Oh, well, same difference. I mean,
but
if
it's on
so,
the opposite side to where even trying to use crab hand to hold them right and reach around to wide open throttle it is near impossible. It's a big engine bay. It's really wide.
well, yeah, but if you have alligator clips on your voltmeter and a long lead, just kink.
I don't have alligator clips on my voltmeter. I have pins.
Look, we got it. What?
Well, how do you think you get voltage testing through insulation? You poke
Well,
through.
I've got pins and I've got both.
Well,
Most
I
guys have
don't. Okay, motherfucker.
4 mil bullets, some 22 gauge wire, an alligator clip. Ta-da!
Okay, see, this is why I have friends and we do this shit. I've got new ideas. I'm just happy that we got the fucking 427 side oilers out of the trailer and into the shop.
Right.
They've been in that trailer for like 2 years or more.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to make some fly leads on a
Rubber
voltmeter.
clips and some 12-3. Yeah, you go do something. You're heavy. Oh God, I can feel my legs again. Oh,
You
that's
can.
nice. Oh, blood flow. That's good.
All right, I gotta.
All right. I like how he's like, I gotta, and it freezes.
I gotta head out. I'm tired. I got shit
All
to
right,
do.
buddy. Thanks for stopping in for another random.
Uh,
Get a still, everybody. Move. I can get the shit. We will
yeah,
probably see you next week. And he freezes again.
yeah. We'll see. Let's just play it by ear.
Yeah, I'd say what,
I don't know about
75,
freezing.
25, yes first, no.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Which there I am. All right. Well, thanks for stopping in, everybody. Thanks for the thoughts on the sniper and fuel pressure issues. Appreciate it. And we'll go through it and figure some of that shit out in the next few weeks here. And we will probably see you next week.
Yep.
Peace. Oh, wait, wrong screen. There it is. End stream.
See you guys.
We out.